So I think we did I guess 3 things today. So the first one was that difference between the forward ocho and ocho cortado, right? Keep her in front of you so it's easier to bring her in front of you.
And when we talk about in front of him, it's not over here, not in the same standing line. He still keeps me on that front line.
So I'm on my own line.
Not right in front, but on that front line.
Right. She's on her standing line. I'm on my standing line. Typically, we bring her to our standing line. Which again, I would maybe do that if I'm going to do a gancho, maybe, or something like that. But we didn't do ganchos today, right? So again, if you do that, it's going to be easier to bring her in front of you.
What we talk about for the followers is make sure that you pivot all the way without losing the connection with my partner. This will be too much pivot if my head and my shoulders go in that direction. But my goal is to try to do that pivot as much as I can, be active with the ball of the foot, and then we go.
And then we did the same thing, just added decoration for the guys. It was crossing back. For the ladies.
For the followers, we did crossing back on the second one. And we get out.
And again, I think we said for the guys, when you cross, just make sure you try to accept it with the knee. Because if you don't, you're going to probably cross and your weight's going to go back. So what the ladies may feel, I'm going to over-exaggerate it. What the ladies may feel is like they're going back. So with your left knee, accept it. So it's easier to stay forward.
For the fathers, most of the time you do this framboleo or low framboleo when you're doing that first forward ocho. That's not the one that we're doing. We're doing it on the second one. So you can kind of see that.
And then we say, let's work on the tres ochos, right? Where we step, we don't. We step, we don't, and then said, okay, let's add that decoration that we're doing at the beginning. Boom, bum, bum, bum.
For both roles.
Right. And of course, on tres ochos, we always talk about every time I bring her to this front ocho and I want her to go to another one, outside partner, I typically, like we talked about the whoosh or the whoosh, right?
Momentum.
I try to go down the moment she lands it. Boom.
So for the followers, that momentum doesn't mean start extending it to go to the next step. That means do a big pivot. And then you push. Push with that supporting leg. We're not talking about any pushing on the embrace.
Some of the guys too. Some of the guys I was doing it with, and they did this fast pivot, and they already were going. That whoosh or that whoom, right, is just for the pivot. Bop. Whoom. And then walk. So the first one was... That was the first one. And then we said, let's do the tres ochos. No decoration, the normal one. Right? And then we added it with the decoration.
Las copas ya vacías sobre el frío mostrador. En cada copa un sueño, una lágrima, un rencor. Y sigue en la cantina la vieja sonatina.